Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. The Knights will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Houston's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else, but 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. This quarterback part of their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
He finds his man. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it. The only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed?
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Fucking don't do. I ain't ever ran that.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights want to crank the tempo. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The play-action fake. Dances away again. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick completion to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll try the run. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB. You wouldn't...
Got enough space. Into the house. Touchdown, Houston. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Stopped after making the catch. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Knights decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. They're going to run it to the right. And he could not get loose on the run. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the grab over the middle. At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The corners are walked up tight. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Zings it complete to the right.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert 1st downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Give to the running back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th-down attempts, they'll try it again. They'll try to pick up the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Safe completion on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Go!
And he'll be brought down. The Cougars want to move quickly. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. The official says no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Line getting set on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking for room. It's Price. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Houston offense once again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to move.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Fires and picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Knights will hustle to the line. Trying play action. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
He looks that one in nicely. They get him down after he makes the catch. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Fucking bullshit.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And you can forget run. This defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running behind that left side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He's got incredible speed.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds for a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Charles. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Touchdown, Houston. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work.
Castellano!
For the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Knights headed quickly to the line. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere. Guided out of bounds after a short return. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. At the 45, on its way. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Coming out on 2nd down, trying to put this one away. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going that way.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this